Hey friends, and welcome to our channel. If you're new here, we are Jane and Kyle, and we are travel junkies. If you love traveling the world just like us, consider subscribing to follow our jet lag journey. If you've not seen part 1 or 2 yet, go back and start there. Link is in the bio. This is part 3 of our cruise to Alaska with Holland America's Koningsdam.
Good morning. We are headed into Juneau for our first shore day. I wish it wasn't so cloudy, but it's kind of beautiful in its own little way.
Good morning. It is day 3 on our cruise. We are heading into Tracy Arm Inlet, which I think some of the passengers will be headed off. They'll be taking a boat into Juneau, or smaller boat into Juneau, kind of as an excursion. We will be getting off around 12:45 at Juneau, so the boat will continue and cruise into Juneau. Things were really rough last night. It was very bumpy. We were kind of in open waters. Now, as you can see, things are a lot slower, calmer, so I'm very grateful. So in Juneau, we have a couple things planned. We don't have any full excursion that we signed up for. We will be definitely getting some good crab meat to eat. So there's a couple restaurants that we already researched that looks really good. We will be taking a tram up to the top of the mountain. Depending on how cold and easy it is, we might hike down. We will see. It's gonna be beautiful. Come with us.
We're at Tracy Arm, and I think that's where the passengers will be getting off who are doing the Tracy Arm Inlet tours. I believe there's some glaciers in there. And then once they're off, we'll continue on to Juneau, where we will get off.
As a quick reminder, if you'd like to experience this cruise for yourself or any other Holland America cruises, we've linked a promo code in the description where you can receive $50 onboard credit. We started our day with a quick breakfast because we stop at the inlet to let some of the passengers hop off. Kyle and I were able to squeeze in a workout before we docked at Juneau. The view at the gym was unbeatable. Once we docked at Juneau, it was a mad dash to get off the boat. To get off the cruise ship, you'll go through a security process. You'll also go through the same process getting back onto the boat. Make sure to bring your cruise badge because that is how they track whether you've made it back on time or not. We also recommend bringing your personal ID as well, just in case. It was definitely a little misty after we got off the boat. The rain is pretty much unavoidable in Alaska, even though each stateroom has an umbrella. For convenience, we honestly just invested in some really good rain jackets. Juneau is the capital city of Alaska and is actually one of the largest municipalities in the United States and the largest capital in the US by area. It's larger than Rhode Island. Juneau is also inaccessible by road, so residents who want to talk to their local representatives actually needs to fly in or take a ferry to reach them. In a given year, Juneau can receive as many as 900,000 cruise passengers and 100,000 independent travelers, which is insane. We decided not to book an excursion here and spend most of our time on Mount Roberts, so first things first, we needed to get on the Go Belt tram. The Gold Belt tram is located just south of downtown Juneau, conveniently close to cruise ships. It is a 6-minute ascend up Mount Roberts. The tram has 2 cabins and they move in unison, one going up and one going down. It was built in 1996 and it takes you up roughly 1,800 feet in elevation. You can get tickets ahead or we just booked it in person when we arrived. I'll link the ticket page in the description down below if you're curious to learn more. It was incredible to see the stunning view of Juneau from up top. Mount Roberts Trail is roughly 7.6 miles and 3,800 feet in elevation. Great for hiking, bird watching, or just exploring. The trail is also dog friendly, but it is considered a pretty challenging hike. We grabbed a hot coffee and started our journey. Because the elevation is pretty high, the snow hasn't even melted yet, and we visited in the summer, which is kind of crazy. Look, it's a super cute porcupine. We bumped into a lot of small wildlife on this hike as well, and they are adorable. They're just minding their own business. From our research online, they say it takes an average of 6 to 10 hours to complete. We didn't hike to the very top or do the entire trail, but we did hike for a few hours and we stopped and took a lot of photos. So make sure to give yourself enough time if you plan to do this as a part of your trip. Both from our experience and from our research, it seems like this hike is quite challenging and steep. However, the trail was pretty clear and people didn't need spikes because the conditions were overall pretty good. You do need to be careful as there are some narrow passes. That said, the views are so worth it and we highly encourage everyone to try it out. Before hopping back on the tram back down, you can also explore their gift shop, the movie theater where they play documentaries about Juneau, and if you're hungry, they also have a restaurant called Timberline. when in Juneau, you have to eat some crabs. So we stopped by the iconic Tracy's King Crab Shack. They cook their crab legs right out front, and these crab legs are massive. They have indoor and outdoor seating. Indoor is nautical themed with a shack shop to purchase souvenirs from, and the outdoor has a covered tent so guests weren't rained on. We got the Crab Shack combo with snow crab and Dungeness crab. It also comes with a bisque, 4 mini crab cakes, and of course lots of butter for dipping. The crab meat was so tender, and it becomes even more flavorful once you dip it in butter, or don't sleep on the crab cake sauce. That was delicious. We were absolutely stuffed after that meal. After dinner, we had a few more hours left to explore the town. Downtown Juneau is very walkable. There is no shortage of restaurants, bars, or gift shops. Probably good to walk off some of the food we just devoured. Of course, we had to get this for our dog Oreo. It was meant to be, and we miss her so much. After a long day of hiking, eating, and shopping, we slowly made our way back on the boat, and we got to enjoy yet another incredible sunset. We were not even hungry, but we had to check out the late night food options at Lido Market before ending the night, and oh my goodness, they were offering seafood stir-fry noodles. Like, come on, how do you say no to that? That's it for part 3. Thank you again for joining us. We will be back very soon for part 4, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And if you like this video, we'd love it if you can give us a thumbs up. We hope to see you in part 4.